Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We arrived in Gili Air a couple of days ago, but we spent the first 2 days working and we moved to a different accommodation last night, so we'll insert a few clips here of that. We had a little bit of a moment with the bed bug situation again. Well, it's not been a fabulous start to Gili so far. We checked into our hostel hotel. I'm just going to turn this fan off so you can hear me. We've checked in and Jake has found a bed bug on the bed, so we've spoken to the guy to see if we can change room, but I'm not sure what they're gonna say. Maybe we have to go over to Gili T. We'll see.
So apparently it's just a wood bug. We should be safe. If we get bitten tonight, we'll find out. The room is super nice though, and it looks like a little children's playhouse because we're upper level, and I think we have the only room that is upper level, so we're very special people.
So we're going on a snorkeling trip today. We're going around the 3 islands. If you don't know them, they're Gili Gili T and Gili Air. And we should be able to see a lot of turtles and maybe some manta rays. How are you finding it?
Pretty good. I'm just swimming around. This is the turtles.
Look at these slow coaches. They're not bringing the appropriate shoes. Can't walk because the coral under the sea is so painful on your feet. I've been wearing my flip-flops. Take your time.
Well, if you put your sandals on, you'll win. So we just stopped for lunch. We decided we weren't going to go to the really expensive place that they take you to. We walked down the beach, went to somewhere cheap. It's got really good reviews, and then they only have one chef, so they said it's not possible for us to get lunch in our small little gap. So we've ended up with a milkshake and a lemon squash.
Gonna be starving.
I really enjoyed today. I've been working a lot recently, so to have a full day off is really good. And the best part is, still not over.
And that's gonna change. On a more serious note, it was very good, and the really annoying thing was we didn't have the waterproof case on the GoPro for the last snorkeling dive.
So we couldn't be bothered to take the GoPro with us.
So we were just like, oh, we'll just leave it. We probably won't see much else. And we saw so many turtles just swimming on the surface of the water, and we completely missed it. It was so annoying.
They were literally swimming next to us.
Yeah.
Bad day to forget or to be lazy.
Yeah, but I think we're going to go out again another day, and we know the spots now where the turtles are, so hopefully we'll be able to get some nice video. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Oh, why am I looking down here? Looking up here. So today we are hungover and it is a work day. I'm going to struggle, but our plan is get up, free breakfast, try and do some work, maybe hang around by the pool, and then back to work. Try go somewhere cheap for dinner and lunch because we have no money left.
So it's the end of the day. I'm proper sweating now. We've just walked back from dinner. We went to a really nice poke bowl place just down the road. We've been walking past it for a few days and we really wanted to try it out. So we did that, and before that we saw the sunset. It was a really nice sunset today actually. There was loads of people out fishing. The water goes really far out, so there's loads of people just out there fishing and some people just walking around. So it was really cool. We got some cool shots of that, and then it was nice to finally see what Gili Air looks like from the air.
Good morning. So we're heading over to Gili T for the day to explore. We're a little bit late for the boat because we couldn't get out of bed. The mosque was going off again at 4:30 and we couldn't get back to sleep, so hopefully we'll make it. Okay, so turns out I got the boat times wrong and we're not late. It leaves at 8:30, so we're almost an hour early. So we're gonna go back to the hotel and get breakfast and then head back to the port.
So the thing with the call to prayer is that it goes off at about 4:30, lasts for 20 minutes, and it's so loud that even through your earplugs, it wakes you up. So then I got up, went to the toilet, came back, and I was just about to go back to sleep, and it went off again. So 5 times a day call to prayer, and then about 5 times a day they just have something else that blasts through the speakers.
So basically, if you come to Gili Islands, don't stay on Gili Air because it's the loudest island, I'm sure, out of all 3. but we'll go see what Gili T is like anyway later, so we'll be able to tell you if we recommend staying on there instead.
So we had our day out at Gili. We went snorkeling first.
We are going to go snorkeling and try and find some turtles. Turtles!
Did a bit of sunbathing, which is very rare for me. I listened to a few podcasts whilst I was sunbathing just to try and get through the little bit of time in the heat. Then we went for some food. It was a bit of a nightmare. Hannah nearly wet herself trying to find something to eat, but the food was actually good. Best burger in Gili T, apparently. It was actually pretty good. And then we have now wandered down for an ice cream, which I've nearly demolished. Ice cream, absolutely class. I think we've got about half an hour to go the whole way to the top of the island, give our snorkels back, get into the middle of the island, give our bike back, and then run down to the ferry and catch the local ferry that goes across for 45k. It's pretty cheap, it's like just over £2.
So before we get into the cost breakdown for this video, we just wanted to mention that we didn't go directly from Ubud to Gili Islands. We did stop in Cedarman for a couple of days just to chill and work. It was a really nice place, and we went to a really nice waterfall as well. I can't remember the name, I'll put it down here, but if you do go to Cedarman, definitely recommend going to the waterfall because it was really cool. Just been to the most amazing waterfall we've ever seen.
It's pretty cool.
We've literally had to walk through the waterfall, as in like all the river and little bits of cavey rocks just to get to it. I'll show you on our way back where we've had to walk from. So we've got to go down there.
Fucking soaked. But we did go from Cedarman to Gili Air. We got a taxi to Padang Bai, and then from Padang Bai we got a ferry. Now all the ferries are pretty bad, but all in all this cost us about £30 for the taxi and the boat.
Accommodation when we were on the island, the first 2 nights when we were just working, we spent £20, I think it was, and then for the rest of the trip we spent about £20.
Now we spent £63 in total, which was probably above budget for what we wanted, considering we had breakfast included, but we did have a really boozy night out and we had an expensive meal that night as well. We also did some activities whilst we're in Gili. We got a boat over to Gili T. That cost us £5 return.
It's called the public boat, and I think the name of it is the Island Hopper. When we got to Gili, we did hire a bike. It's meant to be 50k for a day per bike, but I managed to haggle him down to 70 for 2.
And then the last thing we did, we went snorkeling on a few days. We just picked up some snorkels at the beach. I think, do you know how much we paid for this?
It was 25k per person.
We did this on 2 different days, and then we went on a big snorkeling trip with a group. Now, this was a bit busy, but really good value for what it was. It cost us about £8 each.
Although they did do a private tour, which was £20 per person, definitely recommend doing that if you go and if you have the money, because we went right at peak time and it was so busy. When we went to the underwater statues, we couldn't really get any footage there because we just kept getting kicked on the head. Like the amount of people in the water was ridiculous. So
yeah, it was probably one of those like Instagram versus reality moments where you should just pay more. But if you're stingy like us, then you probably want to get the cheap option. So that's all of our costs for Gili. We really didn't spend too much considering it's more of an expensive place to be.
If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.